Hey, how's it going, everybody? Another day of RLCS action with the season back in full swing. And with that, obviously, we had RLCS 2024 NA Regional 1 come to conclusion. But at the same time, actually an hour before it started, we had the main event for Europe get underway. And with that, we found our top 16 teams. We're going to recap the qualifier, the top 64, cutting down to 32, and then down to 16. And we also have our first round of Swiss. So without further ado, let's jump over to the bracket, kind of show you guys what's going on. And I think despite all the chaos, right? Despite all the frustrations, despite all the, oh my God, there's no weighted seeds. What are we going to do? There's no implementation. In both NA and EU, the teams that are supposed to progress forward have. And while, yes, they've had to beat up some plats and diamonds along the way, the best teams are moving forward. So what's crazy to me is that is happening despite having over 1,000 teams signed up. I talked to you guys in the other video earlier this week with NA that like 800 plus teams have signed up. EU is even more. It's like 1,008 right now for Regional 2. And we haven't even finished Regional 1 yet. I think that's so crazy. I absolutely love it. More people playing the game. That's what we like to see. Overall, yeah, upper bracket, pretty straightforward. The top teams moving forward as expected. K-Corp obviously not even blinking. They did end up playing Scrub Killer and the boys tea time in a 3-0. I actually ended up getting reached out to last minute by Eclipse, the coach's son. He's like, hey, can you cover our matches? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So tea time and Suh went the distance, and then they dropped to lowers, and then we had to grind through the bottom. Magnifico is Atomic and the boys. They ended up making it forward. BDS as well, going up against that new Resolve team that I think is a lot better than people want to give them credit for. Congrats to BDS. Drawley, I think, had probably one of the craziest reads. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Monkey Moon had an open net miss, and then Drawley does this. Check this out. So this is against Resolve. Monkey Moon with the save. Cool. Blast on target, misses it. Watch this pre-jump. Reads it. Bang. Stupid. Kid's too good. Anyway, BDS makes it 3-1 over Resolve. Good for Resolve actually taking a game off. Oxygen 3-0. Vitality does take out Top Cougars. That's a tough matchup. That is with Relating Wave and the guys. Gregan as coach. Apparently, Gregan was feeling under the weather and not doing too well that weekend. So hopefully he's feeling better. Moist ends up going against, I don't know how to say that, but all you need to know is who is on that roster, and it's the one and only Speed. Speed looks good, dude. Speed has been grinding, and they look solid. So, like, they took Moist to 5, man. And a lot of people are saying, hey, you got to rate Moist higher than what people have been saying. So, yeah, they looked really, really good. I am so excited to watch this roster. This is my new Pirates on a Boat for Europe. It's Speed, Temper, and Hyder. They look good. So, like, do not take them lightly. That was probably the steal of the uppers. Outside of this one, if you guys don't know Endpoint, they picked up the former Monkeys roster with Smokes, Arju, and Metane. They ran it back. They got picked up by Endpoint, and they took down Gentlemates in a sweep. Hello? I was casting that lower bracket, hit F5 to update Wikipedia, and then saw that result came through, and I was like, wait, what? What's going on? So Gentlemates dropped to lowers. That was pretty crazy. And then Wild, I know the boys are really happy, pretty happy with their team. They beat out Team 3, which is the Mark by Catalysm team, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on that one. So congrats to Wild on that. They see them drop down. Redemption, I was like, wait, what happened here? They lost to Wild in 5. Redemption is the Cash Astral roster. And they battle through lowers, go perfect outside of that, end up making it through. So good to them. Glad they made it through their top 16. Land team, born and bred is what it feels like. Resolve does clutch up after that loss. Fast forward will drive as expected. Tea Time does lose to 100% though. That's a tough one. We had Hibbs come into the stream and we're like, hey, what happened? We didn't see the end of results. And he's like, probably better that we didn't stream our matches because we got swept. Pain. So promising results in the uppers and then dropped to lowers. Team 3 does bounce back. Gentlemates bounce back. Speed and the boys bounce back. They beat up Luna Galaxy. That's the Acronic Xperia team, who didn't look too bad. This team I think is heavily underrated. And then the big surprise, we actually got to cast this one as well. We cast, like I said, they went up against Top Cougars and close in the beginning, and then they lit them up. Like, very much so a different look. Tekka's hit a nasty redirect. Let me see if I can find it. I got tagged in it.
I'm next.
Yeah.
Wait.
Backboard, he's waiting.
Down.
Is that a lot?
Oh my god.
Nice.
Minute and a half left. They're up by 5. Crazy stuff. Yeah, good results across the board, and happy to see them qualify. Unfortunate for Top Cougars, they are on the other way. But the nice thing is that does give us our top 16. So the nice thing is I don't have to do any crazy seeding stuff for you guys because we've already got the format and it's been confirmed. One's going to play 15, 2 plays 16, so on and so forth. And the way that seeds take, we talked about this as well as my other video. If you guys didn't go watch the NA video, please recommend go do so. Basically, the way you qualify, so when you're playing through the bracket, if you're the 1 seed and you qualify in the 1 spot, great. You're the number 1 seed overall. K-Corp did that. But say K-Corp was to lose to T-Time, that means K-Corp would drop to the 16 seed spot, and then T-Time would overtake as the number 1. So you are playing, and you're basically playing leapfrog. If you beat the person in front of you, you take on their seed, and you keep going. So pretty cool stuff with the way that works out, but it does give us our first round matches. If we pull those up, this is what we've got. So unfortunately for SA, because of that, and them dropping to that lower, they got to play K-Corp in round 1. Vitality is going to be up against 100%. Endpoint against Resolve. I think that's a great first round match. BDS and Gentlemates couldn't happen any better. Obviously, they dropped to that lower bracket, which means they got to play the former teammates, which is pretty spicy. Oxygen versus Team 3. Oxygen should be able to make their mark there. Wild and Redemption, I think, could swing both ways. Redemption is also getting a rematch against the team that knocked them down to lower. So a bit of a rematch in this one. You then got Moist and Fast 4-Wheel Drive. And then Magnifico against, I don't know how to say their name, but I don't know how to say it. Either way, that could be a spoily boy. I'm excited about that one. So again, some similar names, some new names. Overall, a lot of talent in EU. Should be a fun one, but a chance for these top seeds. These guys all need to win their first round matches. I don't expect it to happen. Expect at least an upset or 2. We'll see how it goes, but that's what we've got. Nice and easy for EU. So on the 9th, matches usually start at 11 a.m. Eastern. I might be wrong on those, but I'm pretty sure that's when it starts. If you're ever unfamiliar with those, you can usually scroll down and then click the little I button. Yeah, so we're right on the money with those. So 10 Central, which is 11 Eastern, and usually that's a 6-hour time zone. So 6 p.m. CST. Okay, I thought they were 7 hours ahead. I could be wrong on that, but that's what we got. That's what we're going to find out. Make sure you guys tune in those. Should be a lot of really fun matches in Swiss. I don't know if we're doing any coverage for those. I don't know if SU's going to want me to run their main event stuff too. I probably not if I had to guess. But I will be watching and doing watch parties. So make sure you guys tune into those. Twitch.tv/Lawler. But that does it for today's video. Appreciate you guys staying up to date on all things Rocket League related. I'm out of here. Again, like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. See you in the next one. Peace.